Hello YouTube, the Gun Nut here. Today it's really cold outside, below zero weather, so I'm not really wanting to go to the range. It's a weekend. Figured I'd take this little bit of time indoors to catch up on a few videos that I've wanted to do, and one of them here is on the first rifle I ever purchased. So this review is about 30 years in the making. I bought it in the 80s when I was a teenager with my own money. And it was my first deer rifle, and really has only been my only deer rifle that I've ever used. So this is a Remington Sportsman 78. It's in 30-06 Springfield, and it's sporting a very inexpensive era correct Bushnell Sport View 3 to 9 power scope. So not a great scope, and I've been always contemplating making an upgrade, but haven't done it yet. This is not the stock configuration. Pun intended. It came with a inexpensive wood stock, which I still have laying around. I may pull out the video just to show it off, but I replaced it here with a 700 ADL stock. I'll walk through the features here a little bit. Basically, a Sportsman 78 is the same thing as a Model 700, but with a little bit less polish and with not as nice of a stock. And they sold, I think, around 300 to 400 in that era, and now you can still get a lot of great bolt guns in that $300 to $400 range. So it's amazing. There really hasn't been any inflation when it comes to what you can get for your money in a bolt action rifle. It did come with iron sights. I took off those iron sights when I took off the see-through rings, so now it's just sporting a clean look barrel. But we'll go ahead and take a closer look. So the bolt is a fairly smooth bolt. Comes out a little button down there in the trigger guard, very similar to your typical 700, the 2-lug bolt. Just a simple 2-position safety. Again, same as the 700. So back is safe, forward is fire. The trigger on it is a little heavy, but it's very crisp. So there's definitely lighter triggers out there today. Back in the 80s, I think they tended to, or 70s and 80s, they tended to keep it a little more heavier weight, thinking that would be safer. And we all know that just good gun handling is this, and having a gray matter between your ears is how you be safe. Go ahead here and look at the markings on the gun. Hopefully these things will come through on the camera. You can see the model number, Sportsman 78. It says 30-06 Springfield right there. On that text on that side, it did say made in Ilion, New York, USA. Just taking a little bit closer look here at the rings. You can see these are Weaver rings. Like I said, it's the Bushnell Sport View. Kind of neat. Scopes aren't that streamlined anymore. They always have those big objective bells. I think this is a 3 to 9 by 32 probably. Go ahead and take a quick look at that old stock. I think I still have it laying around here. I put it in the box from the new stock. You can see the new stock was the Remington 700. It says ADL synthetic stock. Have some tape on here. I haven't had this box open in years, so we'll hope that the stock is still there. So the original wood stock that the gun came with, I put a couple scratches on it in the day. I believe it did not come with the sling swivel studs though. I believe I had to have that added as a feature, so even though the gun's cheaper, you spend extra money on upgrading it. So I have to admit, one of the reasons that I did get this synthetic stock was, well, two. One, because of the nice butt pad here, nice rubber butt pad, and also because of the checkering. That's what I didn't like about the wood stock. It didn't have a nice butt pad, it didn't have checkering. Next I want to look at the rounds I've been using recently, and I've been doing some hand loading for it. So this, just for comparison purposes, is a 5.56 with the green tip. And then these rounds, this is my favorite deer round. This is a 165 grain Sierra with 56 grains of H4350. This is my second favorite. This is a 165 grain Nosler ballistic tip. Back in the day when I developed these loads, the ballistic tips the accuracy wasn't quite as good as the Sierra. So that's why I like the Sierra a little bit more. This load is just for planking. This is a 125 grain Sierra, and I've been loading it with H4895. I'm going to roll in some range footage here So we'll roll that video in, and we'll come back, take a look at the targets, and wrap up this quick review. Okay, I got the Sportsman 78, Remington Sportsman 78 out here today at the range in 30-06. Shooting a few hand loads. These are some old ones. 125 grain Sierras, so some lighter practice rounds with H4895, 48 grains. It has more recoil than a 243. No doubt about it. Definitely a little heftier. The old Sportsman 78 has the old blind magazine. So you get the push them down from the top. Fun stuff. Well, I got the Sportsman 78 out here today in 30-06 in Remington. Doing just a little bit of shooting. Okay, I'm finishing up the last charge here, weights of what I'm doing with the 30-06 and the 125 grain Sierra. This 48 grains of H4895. I just had 2 shots go into one hole with the 47 grains. But then I pulled the 3rd shot, so I'll have to come out and shoot that weight again. I got another 3 rounds for each weight. A little more power behind the 48 grains, that's for sure. So I've always considered this gun to be about a 1 MOA gun, but I don't know if the recent results really prove out that. I don't know if I'm getting worse at shooting it or what. This was my one of my sight-in targets from October with 165 grain Sierra. You can see there we got 3 shots into 1.6 inches. There's another 3-shot group, kind of hard to see, with also, this one's a little smaller at 1.16. You can see 2 holes there very close together. Same bullet and charge weight, I believe. 3 shots, 1.11 inches. Again, I think 165 grain. So the first charge weight here, 46 grains, 0.92 inch group there, just under an inch. With 47 grains, open it up a little bit. 1.74 inch, but again, 2 shots into one hole. There could be some shooter error going on there. And then at 48 grains with 125 grain Sierra, just under 1.3 inches with 3 shots. The gun's very special to me, being my first rifle that I purchased. A very good gun for the price, I think. I think the quality is probably better than what you can get today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and you guys be safe out there.